Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome. Let's have a nice, good connection here. Mercury retrograde, so I'm going to try and speak slow. Here we are, March 31st, 12/12, building up to the full moon energy that is going to be peaking at 1:36 p.m. today. So I am really quite excited about today's meditation. I don't know if you've been feeling the energies the last 24 hours, but without me even reading anything from Forever Conscious, there's this real bubbling up. This is the second full moon from in the month, so this double clearing that's going on. We had a very nurturing new moon energy, which gave us a little bit of reprise from all this really strong yang energy. And now it's like this blue moon is like this really deep purging, like the deepest purging from the depths of your soul, in particular around things that are your own beliefs about yourself. So this has been working for me as well. I woke up, and through a series of events that have been going on over the last 48 hours, I've definitely encountered a belief that I believe I'm a really bad person. There is a little part of me somewhere in the facet of all my diamond that believes I am a really bad person for not knowing what I want. And so this masks deeper healing. And I'm going to read a little bit whilst people are coming online. But I'm sharing this with you. Hi, Beatrice. Welcome. And anyone who's on, please do announce yourselves. And, this is a forum. I know it's public, but it's an opportunity with a full moon to just become really transparent and just open to what's really there and what you'd like to change. So just while I'm waiting for people to come online, I'm going to read a little bit from this Forever Conscious excerpt about the moon. So one thing it's talking about is March being a 3-month. So we're being guided to tap into the number 3 and releasing all that is blocking us from bringing the 3 energy into our lives. And this is about the Holy Trinity. So here we are, Easter weekend. Divine Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Yesterday, we have Jesus on the cross. He resurrects himself between tomorrow and Monday. And it's one of those things now where we are alchemists, we are magicians, we are transforming from the inside out, shedding skins that no longer serve us and allowing things to die so that other aspects of us can be reborn. That's from me, that's not written down. So in astrology, the number 3 is also the number of divine communication and represents the harmony that is achieved when you are in communication with all aspects of your mind, body, and soul. Have just a moment there. All aspects of your mind, body, and soul. So, how many layers of the subtle body are there? How many dimensions do we exist in? We have our ego mind, we have our physical body, we have our soul, which is all of our experiences that we've ever had in every incarnation is held in the memory of our soul. And then we have the spirit of source, the divine spirit, the Holy Spirit that flows through each of us, that unites it all. Oh, you've let me sit up. So part of the reason I'm sitting here on the floor is Madam had commandeered the sofa, or the pink chair, I should say. So now I get to be up here, which is a little easier. Cool. Okay, so let's just move into a little bit more on that, because I hope what you're doing at this stage is you've got your notebook out and maybe you've got your cacao, you've got your crystal. We will cleanse the crystals before we get started, but it's a deep and emotional one. So I'm reading these bits just to help you orientate what you'll be letting go of when we work with the co-creation, because it's definitely about letting go. So, the 3 energies about harmony of all aspects of our being. And also she mentions here that there is great comfort that comes in learning how to talk and listen to yourself. It is only when you tune in and go within that you can really work out what messages and wisdom is waiting to be given to you. So we hear people say everything you need is already inside of you. But just remember, if you've got a belief like one that I mentioned, I feel really bad, like I'm a really bad person for not knowing what I want, then that blocks your ability to go deeper and to be able to see what you want. And also we are held into this place on this planet that if we say one thing 1 minute, then that's got to stick, and we're not allowed to change our minds. There is this whole, value is on steadiness, on steadfastness, on being reliable. And that's all wonderful. And that's all part of being grounded. And it's really important to be looking after your physical body in order to be grounded. But in particular here, what we're talking about is the fact that things change, the winds change, the elements change, the sun goes in, the sun goes out, it rains, it stops raining, the winds blow, they stop, fires rage and then they die down. Like, there are cycles of nature everywhere. There are cycles of our own bodies. We have lunar cycles as women, we bleed with the moon, and it's like, wow, honoring these cycles, honoring that our truth can change is really important. And I know I wasn't allowed for my truth to change. I know that I was, as a child, I was a bad person for changing my mind. That was the kind of conditioning I had. It was never encouraged to be able to check in and, want to do something different. And I think that's true for many of us. So I'm just putting that out there because we're being given the opportunity for some really deep healing. So what you need is already inside of you. In the presence of this Libra blue moon, you will really be able to unlock and release all that is stopping you from knowing who you truly are and accessing the innate wisdom that lives within. That's my focal point today, is really about clearing away all of the filters that actually prevent you from seeing who you really are, from knowing who you really are and accessing that innate wisdom that lies within. So seeing as this full moon falls in the sign of Libra, you're also going to be encouraged to think about how you can bring balance back into your life. Have you been feeling scattered, or have you been having trouble finding your footing since the start of the year? Well, this full moon will really help you to let go of all of that is throwing you off center. So first we're going to let go of everything that's throwing us off center. And then we're going to tune in to revealing our truth. What color is our truth today? How can we tap into what it feels like to really be anchoring that truth, that feeling that's like, yes, this is right. Right now, this is right. And there is a connection between the spiritual womb we all have. We all have an energetic womb. It doesn't matter what gender you are, you identify with or don't identify with. We have the sacral chakra where we cook up dreams. And then we have our own heart center, which is considered the master organ, but it needs to work with the brain and our gut instinct, which is kind of tied into our sacral energy. Our sexual energy, our gut instinct are different, but they're kind of in a similar location. And if your gut's out of balance, how can you trust your gut instinct? If your gut's full of not very great gut bacteria, how can you trust your gut? So, this whole thing about feeling scattered is not just about energy work. It's about being well in your body as best as you can be. And that's making the little changes you can. So full moons are always pulling and drawing things out of us so we can clear the past and make space for the future. They also have a way of triggering us to delve deeper into our emotions so we can make sense of what is really troubling us underneath it all. What is really troubling you underneath it all? For me, it's conflict. It's conflict in, I think I want something, but then actually I don't seem to want it. And I'm really frustrated with myself for that. So, that's just a little thing I'm working through at the moment. There are lots of areas in my life where I know exactly what I want and I'm going for it. But in other areas, it's a question of, I think I want this, I try it out and it's like, oh, no, that's not it. Then I think I want this, oh, no, that's not it. And I think I want this. And it's almost like I'm getting little bits of information from everywhere in terms of my own special mix, what I need to create as a vibration in order to see it reflected in the world around me. And this is all part of co-creating your reality. So it is different to the idea that you believe it when you see it. It's that you will see it once you believe it. So you create the frequency that you want to see mirrored back to you. You align with it and then it comes back to you. This is very different. It's very challenging for logical brains. It's very challenging for, realistic expectations. But we need the mind, we need the brain. We need to be aware of the potential implications and also the limitations that are around us and to work within them. So, it's a beautiful dance, all of the elements of being both a divine being and also a human being, having a spiritual experience. And this is what we're doing. We're learning to co-create in physical form. So we're going to miscreate a lot. It's like making pottery pots. Till you get good at it, there's going to be a lot of interesting looking pots, right? So it talks here about getting support, talking to friends, bouncing things back and forth. The main thing for me is that it's a powerful moon to help you balance the scales in your own life. Don't be afraid to do away with things that are no longer serving you. Don't be afraid to let go of emotions that are throwing you off balance. Don't be afraid to forgive yourself and release yourself from any burdens or guilt you may be carrying. Oh, that's a tough one. Letting go of burdens and guilt, hey? Burdens and guilt. So you might want to write down what burdens and guilts you're currently carrying, if you are carrying any. I've got 4 comments apparently. I cannot see them. Let's see. Oh, hello. So we've got Beatrice, we've got Sarika, hello, Steph and Mel. Wonderful. Hello, everybody. Got the comments on. So yeah, what are the things that you're beating yourself up for? What are the things that you are feeling guilty about? Let's get them written down so we can clear them up. I'm going to go back to that. So for me, it's hurting other people's feelings without intending to. That's a really big thing for me. We have a lot of people pleasers in my family, and we're so good at preempting the needs of others that it's almost, it's a sleight of hand. You don't even realize you're doing it. You're kind of anticipating the needs of others, and then you think their needs are your needs and you get very confused. So anyone who considers themselves an intuitive empath or finds it difficult to separate their own feelings from the other person's feelings, and it's like, what do you want me to want? What do you want me to feel? Let me try and feel that to make you happy. That's been a cycle in my life, and definitely something I'm ready to let go of, because it doesn't serve anyone, doesn't serve the people I love. So again, what's throwing you off your balance? Don't be afraid to forgive yourself and release yourself from any burdens or guilt you may be carrying. So carrying other people's happiness, the responsibility for other people's happiness is my one. If you want to announce what yours is, then please do. And we're going to get on with this co-creation. I actually have absolutely no idea what's coming through. More and more I'm being taught to just trust. But I did post yesterday. I felt compelled to kind of pull out all my different cards and just play with them a little bit and just see what guidance they were giving me. And this one came up on Good Friday, which I just thought was so beautiful. Let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. Beautiful. Great message for Christ as well. And there is a little affirmation in here that we will start with. So I'm going to make sure we do really a nice deep spring clean, because we've just had the equinox as well. And it's time to really let go of all of those self-deprecating feelings that hold you feeling unworthy, undeserving. It's none of those. Self-forgiveness. Let's find it. Come on. There we go. So the message here is, you've been very hard on yourself lately, using harsh words towards yourself verbally or mentally. Just notice whether you agree with this or not in terms of for yourself, because this came up yesterday. While it's healthy to hold yourself up to high standards, this card says that you've bordered on self-abuse. Everyone makes mistakes, and it's normal to feel regret occasionally. What's important, though, is how you handle these mistakes. As you focus on your positive attributes, your self-esteem will increase and your stress level will be diminished. Remember that guilt is the opposite of love. Your guilt doesn't help anyone or anything, but your divine love helps everyone, everywhere. I'm going to say that again. Your guilt doesn't help anyone or anything, but your divine love helps everyone, everywhere. Listen up, word up. That's right. Here's the affirmation. I ask that all effects of my mistakes be undone in all directions of time, and I now release all guilt completely. I love my true self from top to bottom. Let me know if that resonates with you, because I think we really need to make that part of this. Hello, Kat, as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So any of you who want to make any statements in terms of whether this is true for you, please say yay. And then I'm going to get us going with the crystal cleanse. Drink up your cacao and let's get co-creating. 12:27. I think we'll be done by 1. And just remembering that the full moon's going to peak at 1:36. So if you can get outside and kind of just be in nature for a bit, connect to yourself, keep connecting to this energy, it will really help. All right. Okay, so let's get going then. Oh, hello, Pete. Welcome. Welcome, lovely one. So, holding your crystal in your hand, if you want to hold your cacao as well, please do. Close your eyes. Let's cleanse the crystal first. So you can repeat after me or just know I'm saying it for you. I cleanse this crystal to renew its power so that it may bring peace and harmony and benefit humankind. I command that all negative energy leave this crystal and go to where it can be transmuted into pure white light. So only the purest vibrations of love and light exist within this crystal for the highest good of all. So it is. Beautiful. And then we'll hold our cacao. If you haven't got any cacao, that's absolutely fine. Just bring your hands to your heart center. And as you hold your cacao or you hold your heart, let's just tune into our I am presence. So allow yourself to take a few deep breaths and remember the light of source exists within your heart. So inviting an awareness of your superconscious by repeating after me. I am the one self I am. I am all that is. I am that I am. I am a multidimensional being of love and light. I am the source of my creations and the creator of my reality. I am that I am. And allow the light within your heart to expand and grow like a rod of light, connecting all the way to source and all the way down to your earth chakra. And as you connect up and down, you immediately see the sphere of compassion that's always surrounding you, and the outline of your physical body starts to glow. As you get online, it's my favourite saying this week. Just inviting now Mama Cacao in with her beautiful blessing, her insight, welcoming the energy of the moon, the full moon, La Luna, and allowing a smile in your heart to find you. So just welcoming this beautiful energy, the food for the shift, the cacao energy that increases the oxygen in your blood by some 30% and blood flow to your brain by 30 to 40%, so massively connecting you up, allowing you to connect multidimensionally to yourself. It really enhances these meditations, which are multidimensional co-creations. So as your heart expands with love, so too the love rains down upon you and feeds you through the soles of your feet. So you are a love magnet. You can continue to drink your cacao, just asking for divine insight, asking for divine wisdom, asking to be brought into balance and harmony by being shown where you most need to let go, most need to release, most need to accept a perception of yourself or the perceived truth about yourself or the world or another person that you are rather wanting to avoid or resist. When we bring everything to light, then the truth can come to pass. When we hide in the shadows, we just see illusions. So we're going to clear up the shadows. I'm inviting you now to imagine your sphere of compassion as the full moon. Just allow yourself to step into it. And it's like you call the moon to you. So you've had the sphere around you anyway. Now you're calling the moon to integrate with your sphere of compassion, bringing all that beautiful illumination energy. So everything that isn't compassion can be released. And I am going to take us through quite a few statements now, including some of the previous ones I've used, because I want to purge everything that's out of alignment with this. So repeating after me, I am the one self I am. I am the one self I am. I am the one self I am. I am pure love. I am pure light. I am pure wisdom. I am pure power. I am pure grace. I am pure ease. I am pure joy. I am pure peace. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am unity consciousness. I am source consciousness. I am the source of my creations. I am sovereign. I am creator. I am free. I am aligning with Earth's ascension timeline. I am commanding an accidental alignment with my divine design timeline. I am embodying the wisdom and insight of my higher self from my divine design timeline. I am choosing to co-create with grace and ease. I am choosing to co-create my personal paradise. I am now asking that all effects of my mistakes be undone in all directions of time. And I now release all guilt completely. This is powerful. I love my true self from top to bottom. I command that this release of all effects of my mistakes be undone from my cellular, molecular, and atomic memory, from my subatomic memory, from the waves and particles of my quantum field, from my pranic, emotional, and mental bodies, my divine blueprint template, my astral body, my celestial body, and my causal body. And I command also a release of all guilt in all these frequencies and dimensions. I command that this release occurs in all directions of time and all dimensions of my being, and continues until completion. Yeah, baby. Activate, activate, activate my earth chakra. Purify, purify, purify my connection to the crystalline grid. Okay. Activate, activate, activate my soul chakra. Purify, purify, purify my connection to source. Beautiful. So just see yourself now bathing in infinite love, divine light. And create a sphere of compassion in front of your face. Remember that this is a holographic sphere. So remember that what's going to happen here is it's going to expand as much as you need it to expand. And as you have this divine light and divine love moving through you, and you are being illuminated by the fullness of the moon, everything that's out of alignment with all these I am statements is being released from your heart into the sphere in front of you. So just make sure that your spine is straight. Let the love keep flowing above you, through you, and then up as well. So it's moving out from the earth up and coming down through the crown of the head. And allowing this release of any poisonous beliefs about yourself, including I am a really bad person, I am unworthy, I am not allowed to have, I am not deserving of. Just put it all in the sphere. Putting any resentments in the sphere. Anything that seems as though it's been taken from you. Anything that it seems you can't have. Anything that it seems you can't help but feel. I would particularly put into the sphere as well, I'm getting an image of someone just sitting by the toilet and being sick, and it's just like the part of you that is so full of self-disgust, self-deprecation, self-judgment, self-criticism. Just allow the bit of you, the bits of you that feel so unworthy of love to be placed in the sphere. Oh, I'm definitely feeling very emotional, waves of emotion, so I'm sure you are too. You know, we need to see all these bits of us that we don't love and love them up. That's what we're doing here. So welcome every unloved part of you into the sphere. The bit of you that is cunning, conniving, the bit of you that doesn't feel she or he can be honest, the bit of you that daren't even admit the truth to yourself, the bit of you that doesn't want to look at things, the bit of you that doesn't want to be responsible for things, the bit of you that doesn't want to show up, the bit of you that doesn't want to try, the bit of you that doesn't want to be accountable. The bit of you that doubts. Oh, wow. Well done, everyone. Well done. I'm getting the imagery of like a brick wall that's just been pulled out, and it's like being in space, and all of this space just moving into the sphere. So this endless space of unworthiness that's been hidden away behind a wall. So this could be a wall of your heart that's coming down, a fortress around the heart. And allow the sphere to start to spin, and allow the sphere to take from you any boundary that's blocking you from loving yourself. So any boundaries that you've put in place of self-hatred. Just allow them to be pulled. Allow them to be released. Allow them to crumble. Allow them to be hoovered up by the frequency, the vacuum energy of this sphere in front of you. Any sense of feeling shady, any sense of feeling not above board, any fear of being reprimanded, being punished for truth, being punished for speaking truth, for sharing truth, for admitting truth. And my goodness, it's coming up, any past life memories of being put to death. being hanged, seeing the guillotine, being, well, it's perfect, isn't it? Hung on the cross, martyrdom, blame, pointing the fingers, scapegoating, whether we were the one pointing the finger or the one being pointed at. And just allowing this release for your ancestors too. Allowing all the toxic words that have ever been shared with you to be purged through you without you having to share them with anyone else. So you don't need to project this toxicity anymore on anyone, including yourself. Just releasing fully and completely the ancestral lineages of both DNAs, male and female, mother, father, and also the soul ancestral imprints of trauma, traumatic words and beliefs and actions. It's really powerful. It's all coming through the heart. Well done, that's it, that's it, that's it. Okay, so suddenly it's like the sphere spins itself to stillness. And now the heart's ready to receive the healing light that's going to come through. Of course, the soft pink light's coming through, so divine grace, gifts freely given. Opening yourself to receive. I don't know if I'm channeling this emotion for you all or for me. I have to be really honest here, but wow. It's a watery one. But just allow divine grace to flow through you and repeat 3 times. I am divine grace. I am divine grace. I am divine grace. Receive that soft pink light through the crown of your head, through your heart, through your body, down into your energetic womb space. Down through your legs, down into your earth chakra, and feel it really connect up to the crystalline grid. So that soft pink light, once you've connected to your earth chakra, it just goes through and around the world. Soft pink light, the grid of divine grace being felt now along the crystalline grid. So really releasing any unforgiveness towards self, towards others, particularly to them not being the way you want them to be, doing what you want them to do. And even to yourself, not being the way you want to be, not doing what you would like to be doing, what you feel is right. And allow that soft pink light to just move into the sphere. Start to love up all of that unforgiveness, all of that unworthiness, that undeserving, that self-deprecating, all of the judgment, the guilt, the blame, the shame, the fear, persecution, the victimhood, the victim consciousness. It's like, just goes in there, just goes poof, like a puff of divine grace. Just going in there and just loving it all up. It's instant. Wow, it's like a soft pink ball, huge ball of light there. Okay, it wants something else, so let's bring in pure source light as well. So I am the diamond ray, I am the diamond ray, I am the diamond ray. And this is pure light. I have a feeling these are the same colours as the new moon colours. I didn't check, but there's more clearing going on here. The clearing side of what we energized with the new moon. So this diamond ray is like pure diamond light moving through your body, restoring your whole being to its divine blueprint intelligence, divine blueprint template. So remembering your divinity, your divine design, restoring your cellular memory in accordance with your divine design. So clearing the trauma out of the way that's prevented you from being in alignment with your divine truth, your soul's truth. So we're clearing the trauma that we've inherited in this life to be able to trigger the lessons, the memories of why we're here, and to be able to act in alignment with our soul intention, our passion. So seeing that diamond light going into the sphere, swirling with the soft pink light of divine grace. Sort of just bringing in all these tiny, tiny, tiny little diamond particles through. So you've got this shimmering soft pink light now. Oh, and of course the platinum ray wants to come in as a beautiful swirling energy. So bring in the platinum ray as well, the divine feminine, bit of a heart hug. As it moves through you, anchors into your earth chakra, feeding the crystalline grid, just like the diamond light is, the diamond ray, and then from your heart, swirling the platinum light into the sphere. So you've got a beautiful swirl in with the soft pink glistening light, and you're creating a whole mirror, like a skin around your sphere, to really hold you softly. So anything that's not in alignment with your divine design, your divine truth, gets reflected away from you without triggering these core wounds, because we're healing those core wounds. And then step into this sphere in a minute to absorb all of this soft pink light and diamond light. It's almost like divine fillings. Can you imagine that? So you know when you go to the dentist and you have a filling. So what we're going to do is use these diamond speckles and this soft pink light to pack up all of those trauma spots within our being. They could be in your lungs and your organs particularly, yeah? So lungs, kidneys, heart, brain, womb, testicles, ovaries, poison places, places where cancer can lurk, if I'm honest. So let's just really bring this light in and fill ourselves up. So cancer is like self-poison, self-attack. There's a lot of interesting, resentment wounds that we really, it's about ourselves and how we feel about ourselves, but without it even being about other people. So let's step into this sphere now. I just want to anchor the energy before we step into it. So just looking at all of that beautiful light. Anchor, lock and seal. Recalibrate, align. Balance and harmonize. For graceful, gentle and easy integration and expression. Okay. So now from our hearts we see a golden bridgeway, pathway into the sphere. So you just allow yourself to move into your heart and through the light corridor into the big sphere that is awaiting you to fill you up with all this energy. So you become big, you become small, you're like Alice in Wonderland, you can do whatever, you're magical. So now you step into that sphere, it expands around you. And take all of that soft pink glistening diamond light and platinum swirls through your being. I'd like you to imagine that your hair is shimmering platinum and soft pink diamond light. And that this light seeps into your brain and it literally eats away anything that's out of alignment with it. Moves through your face, through your skull, through your neck, down through your chest, into your breasts if you have them. Loving up every milk duct, every gland. Moving into your lungs, moving into your heart. Taking this pure, vibrant, healthy energy into your being, to absorb as much of it as you possibly can. You may really have a sense already of where you need it to go, and that's absolutely fine, but otherwise just let it move down through your body, move into your kidneys, your spleen, your liver, your gallbladder, appendix, bladder, womb space, digestive tract, stomach, colon, rectum, penis, vagina. Just move through everything. Move down through your buttocks, move through your bones, move into your thighs and your knees. Soak this all up. Take as much of it as you can. Allow the outline of your physical body to glow strongly with a platinum and pink boundary. Once you fill up, once you've anchored into your earth chakra, filled your earth chakra, and it's now feeding the crystalline grid. Very nice. Well done, well done, well done. Keep going. And so getting a sense now of what it feels like to be completely respectful of self, completely accepting of self. So working with those words, compassion, care, appreciation. If I said compassion, care and appreciation, gratitude. And just keep filling yourself up until the outline of your sphere of compassion, your moon, is also glowing. So every layer of your being is reinforced. We needed to do this last week. Just reinforcing every layer of your being. Your physical body has an outline, then your pranic body has an outline. And then your emotional body has an outline. Mental body has an outline. Astral body has an outline. Divine blueprint template has an outline. Well done, you're doing great. Celestial body has an outline. Causal body has an outline. And then being aware of the 352, I believe, layers of your Mahatma, leading you all the way up to source in consciousness and all the way down to your earthly body. Feeling what it's like to be receiving all of this love and approval and acceptance and forgiveness, compassion, appreciation, care, gratitude. Just receive, receive, receive. And have a sense of all aspects of your being unifying, integrating. So it becomes really clear to you when something is not in alignment, when an aspect of you is not in alignment. I'm just checking in with whether there's anything else for us to do here. Yes, to repeat some affirmations. So, I am radiating love. I am a magnet for love. So please repeat after me. I am radiating love. I am a magnet for love. I see through eyes of love. I hear through ears of love. I feel through the filter of love. I sense through the filter of love. I taste and I digest through the feeling of love, the filter of love. Inviting now an awareness of your higher self as a diamond in your heart, and a diamond in your third eye, and a diamond in your energetic womb. So this is like your higher self communicating with you. All three of these diamonds wake up and buzz when your higher self is communicating with you. All three are like, yes, 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 this way. Unless you have that, you have conflict between, your fears, your anxieties, what you think you should do, what you feel you should do, and it's about congruence, it's about healing. So bringing in the figure of 8. Wherever there is a lack of congruence, bring in the figure of 8. Just try and unite everything that seems out of kilter, out of alignment. Just have a sense of unification, of inviting unification. Yeah, that's beautiful. Well done. Inviting your star family and your soul family to support you to be able to align easily with the truth of your higher self from your divine design timeline. So really getting a sense of what it feels like now for all three of those diamonds to be switched on. Perhaps you might feel like I'm feeling my higher self touching my heart right now. And the message is stay here, just stay here. Oh, wow. Let's just take that in. So total self-approval, total self-acceptance. Radiating this energy, being a magnet for it, seeing how this now colours all of our relationships, colours our perception of ourselves, colours our connections with everybody we know that we love or may be in conflict with. Just really remembering how important it is to love and forgive ourselves so we can see clearly and be able to love and forgive others. For where we each are unable to accept our own truth, it's too painful, too confronting, just letting that go. Having compassion for the inability to accept what is so confronting, so threatening. And the conflict even between the familiar and the unknown, and the desire and the not knowing the directions to take between the familiar and the unknown, the desire for excitement, the desire for stability, the apparent conflict between the two, and the need for each of us to find our own mix, our own balance within us that helps us feel safe. When you feel ready, we're going to anchor this. So just repeating after me. I command this process continues until completion. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Recalibrate, align. Balance and harmonize. For graceful, gentle, and easy integration and expression. For the highest good of all, and so it is. Beautiful. And just have a sense of how, as you clear up like this, you can just have a really big sense now of your sphere of the moon expanding. All this lovely soft pink light that's flowing through and the platinum light. You now expand as the one self to encompass the whole planet. So having this intention that everybody on this planet knows how important it is that their needs are met, knows that they are worthy of having their needs met, knowing that they are worthy of their own acceptance and forgiveness and compassion and acceptance. Just planting this seed in every heart across the world. Seeing the outline of the physical body and the globe glowing. So you're there standing, and you're also standing on the whole of the planet, and you are glowing. Beautiful. Then slowly start to deepen your breath and very gently start to bring yourself back. So deepen your breath very gently. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel yourself coming back. Feel the charge of that moon. It's going to continue to support this purging. So anything else that you need to release just keeps flowing out, gets transformed through the sphere that's surrounding you. You're surrounded by compassion. Gets transformed as you release it through the soles of your feet. But your heart is full of love for yourself and everyone in your life. For all of the lessons that we learn, that we grow, and we realize through our connections with others where we need to love ourselves more. So I invite you to very gently come back. Slowly, slowly come back. And once you're back, let me know how you're doing. If you have any questions, love to hear some of your feedback. Just make sure that you're really anchoring into your feet. If you've got your crystal on, you might find it's really, really hot. Remember, you've anchored these frequencies of love into it. And I'm just waiting to hear from you. When you're ready, let me know how you are. Probably really blissed out. So as you're coming back, I'm just going to remind you that at the moment we're doing these co-creation meditations, new moons and full moons, but soon the full moons will become part of my membership program. So for any of you who have already done some coaching work with me, have done the Fearless program, or at the very least the emotional mental detox modules, you'll be able to join my Rise membership program, which is £49 a month. We'll be meeting online twice a month on Wednesdays at the moment, we're saying 5:30 till 7, to do what? Well, basically to learn a lot more about being multidimensional beings of love and light, and how to exist on this earthly plane, but as a multidimensional being, co-creating your reality and learning to transform miscreations easily, and how to keep growing through what you've already learned into higher and higher levels of understanding by grounding these truths into your body. So it's going to be partially adventuring, like light body adventure style, but also partially there'll be presentations each week. We'll be working with co-creations, working with the challenges that you're encountering as you grow in light in yourself. And this is exactly what I've been doing with my teacher the last 3 years. I couldn't imagine not being part of this light body adventure team now. You know, every 2 weeks there's this check-in which just allows me to stay on purpose, and it really keeps my instrument finely tuned, and allows me to serve you. So for any of you who are professionals in terms of therapists, or doing any kind of energy work or therapy work or healing work, really helpful to keep you on track. And for those of you who are interested in my work through your own self-development, and it's not really relating to your work, it is relating to your whole life, because of how you grow in yourself and your perception and shift your view of the world, so the world around you changes. So it's a win-win. It's for all of you. It doesn't matter what program you've done. Doesn't matter what stage you're at in your journey. If you've done that initial work with me, then you'll be game. If you haven't, then this is a perfect opportunity to communicate with me about doing some coaching or one of my digital products. There is obviously off-the-shelf products that you can do in your own time, but you can combine that with doing some group coaching with me or one-to-one coaching with me. And I have my next group starting mid-April, so it's just after the 15th of April. I think might be starting the following week. So if you're interested in joining and perhaps going through the Fearless, Empowered and Free to Be Me program, or just the EM Detox, but I always recommend you do the Fearless program, because that really supports you to have a graceful and easy time of the emotional mental detox modules. When I did them on my own without having had the Fearless modules around them, I found I was dramatizing a lot of the issues in my life in order to understand them. So the reason I created the Fearless modules, and that they create the program around the EM Detox, is to make your journey graceful and easy, and to clear on a much deeper level, because you're clearing physically as well. So if you know you're definitely interested and you'd like to take part, then please get in touch with me and we'll book a breakthrough call for you. I'm not going to be working over Easter, so tomorrow and Monday I'm taking off, and today, but I will gladly put you in the diary for a chat early next week and see if we've got a chance to work together. And remember, there are lots of options. It's not just my signature programs. You can just do 3 or 4 hours of coaching with me, and maybe work with an off-the-shelf product. So if you're keen to get going with something, let me know and we'll see what's suitable for you. In the meantime, I've had no comments, so I'm presuming everybody is okay. Wow, this seems to be like my most concise one yet. We're within an hour. So I'm going to honor that and the magic of the 1212, and reminding you please to subscribe to RozyGlow on YouTube if you haven't already, and also on Facebook if you haven't already. And if you haven't joined the RozyGlow website yet, remember the Prosperity Challenge is amazing. It gets phenomenal results. So if money's stopping you from coming and doing some deeper work with me, then no excuse. You've got a free program on increasing the prosperity in your life. And actually remind me if you've got the program and you haven't had the audio, which I created, which is a meditation for working with money stuff as well, that you can just listen to as you go to sleep or wake up in the morning. So if you want that, get in touch. Otherwise, subscribe to get the whole Star Salutation Prosperity Challenge. Loads of love to you. Thank you for a beautiful co-creation, and do let me know how you get on in the next 2 weeks. Take care now. Bye-bye.